If you think about these things ahead of time, just put a little forethought into it and clearly delineate those responsibilities and then make sure that everybody's following through the way they should, there'll be no problem.
A lot of affiliates are kind of expanding their operations. Some of them are doing core CrossFit all the time. Some might have contractors come in, they do yoga, they do mixed martial arts, they do a lot of other things, and these people aren't necessarily employees. How does that relationship change with people, and how does that affect a case or a claim if something comes in and a contractor is really responsible for what's going on?
Eric, it's important that affiliates understand as they try to differentiate themselves now in the market by having other services like yoga, mixed martial arts, or other classes, there needs to be a clear delineation of, first of all, what's CrossFit and what isn't. Second, they really need to think about apportioning responsibility and making sure that they've got all the insurance and the documents, including the contracts, in place about who's liable for what if something happens in that box or in that area, if they're a subtenant, and then who's responsible for common areas. It seems like a strange thing, but I see a lot of affiliates now have maybe a chiropractor or a massage therapist who leases, either subleases within a building or has some other space. And we saw one claim where someone slipped in a common area that was mopped by the affiliate. Okay, now who's going to be responsible for that?
From an insurance standpoint, in the RG, we always tell the affiliates to, one, have a clear contract, but also we have certificates of insurance naming the affiliate as additional insured from these contractors in case something goes bad. We can look to that for some protection. We can talk a little bit about contractors in cases where equipment's being built or pull-up bars are being affixed. Does liability rest with the affiliate when they're doing it themselves versus contracting out some of that work?
Now, we've seen a few cases, not many, but two that I'm aware of, where pull-up rigs have ripped out of the wall. In neither case was anybody hurt too badly, but it's important that the affiliates make sure that, if you're putting together some homemade equipment, and we certainly recommend, if you can, if some affiliates do start in the garage, that's okay. You just have to make sure that the equipment is safe for your members first and foremost, and that it does what it's designed to do. Again, if you contract your cousin Bob or some friend to do that, you need to think about what the possible ramifications are if somebody falls off of that bar or it breaks or something happens. Have something in place that talks about that. Have insurance that either covers you in the event as an additional insured from that person, or get yourself assurances that if God forbid something happens and that equipment breaks, that's not the time to start wondering, hey, who's this going to be on financially?
CrossFit RRG. We've got your back.